Hello there, vinyl community. It's George here, George Allen, LPs and CDs, and we're going to be talking about some LPs, and this is following up on a video I watched of by Rod, the vinyl hippie. I think that's what his channel's called. I've watched it so many times I forgot what his name is. But anyhow, he did one the other day on his 10 favorite American bands, which he said he did because he saw one that was done on Rich Strickler's channel, which somehow or another I missed. I guess it was about a week ago. And it was Rich doing it with Glenn Calloway and Rich Strickler and Brian Massey. And I went back, checked it, saw what they were talking about, and they were talking about their 10 favorite American bands. I did not watch the whole thing because if I'd been watching the whole thing, I would not be sitting here making this video. But anyhow, I thought that was a cool idea. They did it on the 4th of July. What a cool thing to do, talking about your American bands. So I thought, why not grab a few? And what I've did, I'm not rating them. I'm doing them in alphabetical order so nobody thinks, oh, that's his favorite band. No, I'm just put them in alphabetical order. And this is somewhat not my ultimate, they're not rated as my ultimates, but kind of what I think is more or less my favorite over the years, favorite American bands. And I couldn't include all of them because if I would have to do that, it'd probably be 20. There's a couple I've had to leave off here. So I'm just going to get to it. I don't want this to be a long video. First one, Herb Alpert, the Tijuana Brass. Yeah, sometimes we poke fun at these guys because you go to a bargain bin and what's going to show up? Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass. I'd like to know how many of these things have actually been made. There must have been millions of these things made. But I've probably got, I don't know, a dozen of them. I don't think I've got all of them. I know there's some fellas in the vinyl community probably got every single one of Herb's albums. But I've probably got 9, 10, 11 of them. I got the ones that count the most, I guess. I'm not a completist for Herb, but I got what I like. One of my favorites. And I do listen to them. Next, in order, favorite American band. How about Art Blakey and the Jazz Messengers? I'm working to complete these guys. This is one I do want to complete, and I've got a bunch of them so far. But I've got a few yet to go because it seems like every so often Blue Note comes out with some more of them. So I don't know where this thing's going to end. But I do like the Jazz Messengers with Art Blakey leading them. So another of my favorite bands. One of my more recent favorite American bands, Blackberry Smoke. This is their latest release, You Hear Georgia. Great album. They may have even had one come out since this came out the end of last year. It's a good possibility they may have had one come out since. But thanks to some VCLT that I received, one of their earlier albums, I've kind of fallen in love with these guys. Like them a lot. Good Southern rock band. One of my old-time favorites, Canned Heat. Yeah, I can't get enough of that boogie music. Great blues band, Canned Heat. Okay, another longtime favorite, The Doors. And I used to have their complete collection. I'm working at bringing more of them into my collection because I lost a lot of them. But I do love The Doors. Another more recent one in the last couple years, Foo Fighters. I'm not a huge fan of Nirvana, but I saw the Foo Fighters on MTV maybe 2 years ago or so. I just happened to be flicking through the channels and I saw these guys playing live and I thought, man, I really like them. So now I've gotten, I don't know, 3 or 4 of their albums. I like the Foo Fighters a lot. And you can't love American bands unless you like Grand Funk Railroad, because they are the American band. And I got a few of their albums. This is their double live album, Grand Funk Railroad. This is probably one some of you may not have heard of. The Mandrake Memorial. This is their 3rd studio album called Puzzle. And this has a kind of a unique cover, so I'll open it up here for you. I have their 1st, 2nd, and 3rd album. This is by that artist Escher. This is what the inside looks like. And they're a trio out of Philadelphia, and never got the notoriety I think they've deserved, but hey, that's what happens with some bands. The Mandrake Memorial. Hey, Happy Trails, Quicksilver Messenger Service. Since I was a teenager. Had their 1st album, this album, and I got another album after this with Nicky Hopkins, I think, joined the band. Anyhow, love this. I did a whole video, I think, on this album once. And last but not least, Frank Zappa. I was going to show Mothers of Invention. I got some old Mothers of Invention, but I thought I'd show this. Overnight Sensation. I saw Frank Zappa and the Mothers 3 times. Different variation each time I saw them. So I never saw the original Mothers, but I saw Frank Zappa in different variations of his band. So love Frank. Great music. I did a thing with his box set once. So anyhow, that's my 10 favorite American bands. So just wanted to show that because Rod was talking about he did his, and I went back and watched just a teeny hair of Rich and the Boys doing theirs, and I don't know if anybody else is going to do it or not. Maybe there's a few others. I got to check around, see what's going on. So that's that for right now, and hope you enjoy your rest of this. Is the middle of the week. The big weekend, still a few days off for you working folks. So hats off to you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.